Hi, my name is Ria San Gabriel. I'm the Global Champion for Women's Economic Empowerment at Empower Women. It's an online platform for women's economic empowerment of UN women. I'm also a graduate student taking Masters in Women and Development Studies.
Good. Hi, my name's Abby Cruz Ramos, and I represent Iconic Impressions. It's a company that I built up, and basically we teach personality development and image enhancement. I became inspired with this because I used to be I'm a former model and a beauty queen and an actress as well. And I would like to empower and encourage a lot of women to build their confidence and be their best in their own chosen field.
Hi, my name is El Velasco. I am a performer and also a training consultant for Accelerate. Accelerate basically merges the principles of engaged Buddhism and improv theater. Basically what it does is I teach people how to accept situations and then elevate their situations, whether it's for corporations or for NGOs or other organizations.
Okay. My name is Dr. Michiyo Ambrosius, and I'm very much interested in empowering Asian women after hearing that His Highness Dalai Lama made some kind of comment in 2009 Vancouver Peace Conference that this century is going to be created by Western women, and that threw a question mark in my mind, what about Asian women? But indeed, I have to admit that Asian women among my psychotherapy clients have difficulty speaking up or assertive in their relationship or even personal lives. And so I am curious to know, you ladies, your impression or opinion or recommendations to Asian women in general about how we need to proceed from here in order to empower ourselves to and participate in this global society.
Ever since the World Economic Forum started researching about the global gender gap in 2006, the Philippines has actually maintained consistently being in the top 10 out of 140 countries in terms of with the least gender gap. So that means Filipinas actually are somehow almost on par with Filipino men in terms of economic empowerment, resources, access to health, political participation, and decision making.
That's wonderful. Yes, yes. How are your observation?
I wanted to add that it's really very interesting here in the Philippines that women are very vocal, we're very opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why women here in the Philippines, probably it's why the gender gap is really close here in the Philippines. But what's interesting is that also like our other Asian counterparts, we still, as women, we still have that burden of, keeping the house. So we work like 12 hours a day, and then when we get home, we still do the housework. It's very common, especially in the lower economic status homes. Also, with my work for DSWD, I've been working with the children who are beneficiaries of their conditional cash transfer program. And a lot of the stories that they tell us is that it's usually their mothers who really work hard and get them out of poverty. So it's really the women. There is another group that I've been working with. It's called Card Bank. It's more of a microfinance institution, and they have found out that it's really the women that they should target for this microcredit
Yes, they are-
opportunities, because it's actually the women who really pay on time.
That's
It's the
right.
women who use the money
Right.
for
For the
really
right priorities.
Yes.
exactly the right priorities, sanitation, food. It's what happens is that sometimes with these microcredit microcredit grants that are given to the women, what happens is that instead of the men's income being added to that, what sometimes, I'm sorry for the men, but sometimes the men actually just use that as an excuse to use their income for their personal expenses. Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
that's
it's really,
shame.
yes, so it's really very important to empower women. You were asking a while earlier, what can we do to empower women? Teaching them entrepreneurship is a
Yes.
very good step.
Right. So even in the United States, entrepreneurship is really popular after experiencing economic downturn in 27, 28, 29, around that time. And they cannot depend on their employers to keep them occupied and engaged. So both men and women are getting into their own business and trying to curve their place in the society. So.
Need I say more? I think you've said it a lot, but no. No, but really for me, I think, no, it's really nice to know that the gender gap is already, short, and there's not a long way to go for the women to, run after the men. And but of course, they're still far, behind. We still need a lot of catching up to do. And for me, I think it's good that, yes, you've mentioned that we should educate, right? And I think encouraging the women that we know, first off in the family, our friends, maybe just tap into our own circle, our close friends first, and then make a ripple out of that.
Right.
And then in our own way, we can do it, because if we start off with something big, then of course we won't know what's gonna happen.
For
but,
sure.
I think just a small group of women first, like of course our loved ones and family members. I know that we're gonna make a lot of difference during when we have this small.
That's right. Yes. So it's very important for women to work together
Yes.
and coordinate their efforts and cooperate. Advancement in women's position in this country and globally.
Yeah. I'd like to highlight also that I benefit a lot from mentorship. It's a different feeling getting surrounded by the movers and shakers of the industry, which are also women. So that takes away my limit in terms of what I could do. So they're there to inspire me, empower me, and also guide me with every step of the way. So I think that's very important in terms of empowerment as well as networking. So it's good that women helping other women be great.
Yes.
So women in solidarity is is
Not
very
powerful
powerful.
enough. Okay, good. So, what kind of vision you would like to actualize 5 years from now, both for yourself or women in general?
Well, as for me, I'm imagining a safe world for women, a world free from discrimination, exploitation, marginalization, oppression, and sexualization.
Oh, for sure.
I would also like to see a lot of women in industries which are men dominated, so science, technology, engineering, math. And I wanted a world where it becomes normal, so people are not actually surprised or already impressed that, there's a woman CEO or a woman president. Well, it's very impressive. I'd like to live in a world where it's actually the norm. That both men and women are decision makers, are leaders, are movers and shakers. There are a lot of women who are visionaries, influencers, but are not really celebrated. So I just envision a world, a society where women would rise up, get noticed, and also as for the men, that they're not intimidated with the women's success.
That's right. Sure.
That they're also supportive of their small and big successes. So yeah, that would be a great place to live in.
As for the vision in the next few years, what I really envision is a world of compassion, actually. Because from compassion, we will understand each other. And like what you were saying, we really need to change the mindset of the men. Because unfortunately, we do live. Yes, but we do live in a male-dominated society right now. And if, because there are different ways to go about change. Some of them violent, some of them non-violent. And of course, I would rather that we go the non-violent route, which means that we would have to change the mindset, not only of the women but of the men, because it's the men who will be giving up their status quo, not the women. So what I really want, because I'm a mother, I have a 16-year-old son, and it is so astounding to me that I just recently realized I've actually been nurturing a feminist man. And I did do that consciously. It's just that I exposed him to things that I believed in. I exposed him to education that will really show him that men and women, they may not be equal in capacity, they may not be equal in talents and in what is given to them, but they should be equal in opportunity.
For sure.
And one of the things that, the reason why I'm talking about this now is because last night my son and I were just talking, and he was sharing to me his discussion with his group of male friends. So they're teenagers, they're very vocal, they're very opinionated about women for some reason. And
of course they're interested in
yes, no, but it's not just about, oh, I like this girl. It's not just about that, because he was telling me about this, one of his friends saying, why do women do this? Why do women do that? Stuff like that. And my son was telling me that he was explaining things to them as if he was the woman. So I'm like, I didn't even teach him that. For example, he was telling them about why women use makeup, because one of his friends was complaining, why do women use makeup? Wow, it's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. They're not being real, blah, blah. And my son was like, they're just using that to enhance what is already there. And there's this term, I'm sure you all know about the term chicks. Especially here in the Philippines, it's kind of a rite of passage to, introduce teenage boys to chicks, to girls. But if you say chicks, it has a different connotation. And my son, as early as he was 10, he was saying he does not like the word chicks because it is disrespectful to them. And I was so surprised because I never taught him this. I never taught him that. It was just his own his own thought. It's really just built into his mindset because he sees that I do not attack men, first of all, and I talk about women and women's rights and what women can do, and he just imbibed all of this. So I think what we really need to do is just teach the world about love. It's just really teach people, men
Right.
and women alike,
Yes.
about each other,
For sure.
right? And
That's
compassion.
right.
It's just really compassion.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
Sorry, I'm
That's true.
so
Compassionate.
Yes.
I'm so impassioned about compassion.
And being a proud mother.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, as for me, I envision the Philippines 5 years from now. I see women empowering women. You know, just having that, as I've said earlier, that core group, that little core group that we have right now, and starting off with that, and eventually jumping off to a bigger platform. You know, just infecting one another. And why am I saying women empowering women? Because of course, we know ourselves, and that's the reason why we can empower other women once we know ourselves.
Yes.
And also, it's a good thing that to have, you know, the what you said earlier, mentorship. I like that, and you know, just have that core group, that multiple anchorage and mentorship where we can have our support group, so that it's not just us doing it for ourselves, but you know, a lot of women.
Wonderful.
Girl power.
Just like the ripple effect.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Yeah, we need ripples effect.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Okay. So, any other suggestions or opinions or hopeful, ideas?
I think we could do that.
So, are we becoming more conscious of, need for Asian women to raise our consciousness to a global level? What do you think?
This is not an expert opinion, but what I've noticed, especially us Filipinos, since a lot of Filipinos actually go out into the world. Some of them as experts in their field, some of them as domestic helpers. What happens is that because Filipinos are very great at assimilation, so it's not just Filipinos going out and then spreading our culture. It's also imbibing the culture and the knowledge from other countries, other places.
Right. Good. And I noticed many Filipino women are engaged in medical field as doctors or nurses. And is there some reason why I'm more proportionately more Filipino persons are more into medical field?
It's a different kind of care that we give to the patients, to the clients. So it's not just the expertise, but on a personal level that we impart care for them.
Yes. Oh, how nice. How nice.
Also, I think we actually have to recognize the efforts of the government because they saw the potential, they saw the need worldwide of more caregivers, more nurses, more people from the medical field. So what they did was, here in the Philippines, they opened up more opportunities for learning in the medical field so that it would be easier for the Filipinos to go out there and get jobs.
Oh, yes.
Right?
It was a very wise decision.
Yes.
Yes, on their part. Okay. So, one word. How could we change men's mental or mindset very quickly?
I'd say just challenge the stereotypes, break the rules. I think that's the way to go. What stops us women is trying to fit. We're trying to fit in like a certain stereotype. Especially Asian women. Like Asian women are known to be submissive, introvert, family oriented, not very competitive.
Right.
So
Passive.
passive.
Uh-huh.
So what we need to do is just really challenge those stereotypes. Prove to everyone, prove ourselves that we're so much more.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Good. Wonderful idea. How about you?
I totally agree with Ria. But I also recognize that there are very many ways to go about change. And I also recognize that there are individuals who are not as upfront about, grabbing the opportunity to show change or to empower themselves. And some people, even if they don't go out and talk about it, they could actually model what they believe in.
Right.
I've seen change happen in communities coming from women who aren't that outspoken, but who are just really good models.
Yes.
But like one of the speakers said, it really takes nerves of steel, right? So even if we falter, even if no one's patting our back, we just really have to continue the struggle because it's really about knowing who we are, knowing our place, and knowing what's
For
our
sure.
worth.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So in essence, what I am finding out is that it's women who needs to promote advancement and somehow change men's mindset so that they will be more gentler and compassionate companions to us, and not only companion but leaders, compassionate leaders. Good. All right. Thank you very much. It was fun to
Thank you.
hear your opinions, and let's work on a better world and society and culture and all. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Good.
Ambrosius.
Thank you.